Alright, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our final Supreme TV before the Supreme Challenge. We got a big one, folks. We got a full card booked for the night. We have opening the show. We're going to have a preview match for that four-way tag title match at the Supreme Challenge. Representing Finn Bruiser and Fro Shore will be Fro. Representing the Big Money Makers is Spencer Spade. I almost said the Self-Made Sensations, which, nope. Representing Hawaiian Crush is Akuma, and representing the World Tag Team Champions, The Awesomeness, is Huey Cannonball. Following that, we have the Self-Made Sensations taking on The Mission. This was announced at the end of the show last week as a preview to the six-man that's going to happen between Squeaky's clients, which is Des Davids and The Mission, and the young up-and-coming baby faces of of Jimmy Hernandez and Steven Parker and Dominic D'Souza. Middle of the show, we have Rocky Golden versus Jungle Lord. Jungle Lord came out of almost fucking nowhere. No, completely fucking nowhere. In the middle of bumfuck nowhere to jump Rocky Golden, very reluctantly looking, I might add. But he jumped him, challenges him to a match this week, and promised to hurt him. So, see how that goes for Jungle Lord. Don't know why that's happening. That's fuck if I know. I actually do know. I know everything. Our semi-main will be Domination versus the first is the how should I phrase this? The return of one of the greatest tag teams in SWF history, the team of Valiant and Rogue. I don't think they ever had a tag name, or if they did, I can't remember it, and I didn't look in TEW 2010 to find out, because I kind of like the name Valiant and Rogue. It's fine. I don't know if I'm going to use them as a team going forward following the Supreme Challenge. I probably will if I can't find anything for the two. But, it's their first match since Rogue turned heel, and they're going up against Atom Smasher's Lil Butt Boys Domination. And in our main event, big Supreme Challenge, two major matches happening at the Supreme Challenge, are going to have a tag match in a little preview. At Supreme Challenge, Hollywood Bret Starr and Anger Gilmore will have a street fight, I think, or is it just a hardcore, no holds barred match, not a street fight, just no holds barred match. Same rules, but Anger Gilmore will not wear jeans. And then, of course, we have the mega match of Steve Freely versus Remo. Steve Freely returning. I should save the full fucking preview of these stories for the Supreme Challenge. I'm sure that the people that are watching this episode have seen most of the build, if not all of it. So, you guys know what happens. I don't have anything else to say. Let's open the show. And we open the show with the 100 rated segment with Mikey Lau. He's coming to the ring. This is the last time. Neither of these men have a match booked this night. This is the last time Mikey Lau and the Crippler will be seen by the SWF audience before the big world title match at the Supreme Challenge. Mikey Lau comes out. He has few words. He just says, pretty much, in 4 days, I'm going to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. I don't let myself do the talking. That's a horrible promo. I don't need to do the talking with words. I am a horrible fucking promo, if you guys couldn't figure that out. So, yeah, Mikey Lau has few words because I have few words. He calls out the Crippler. The Crippler begins to start talking. Like, you don't understand what you're getting yourself into. You don't understand, blah, blah, blah. Mikey eventually just cuts him off. You talk too much. And then lays him out. Big roundhouse kick. Knocks him off his feet. Poses with the belt. Crippler scurries away. Crippler geeked out in the final Supreme Challenge before this final Supreme TV before the Supreme Challenge. 100 rated segment. I'm sure it went a lot better in the game than it did just now. And opening the show, 70 rated match. Everybody on their A game. Even Fro Shore, who was the weak link. You have to remember, Fro Shore has like 25 pop. He is not over yet. So him getting a 58 is fucking incredible. Spencer Spade, Huey Cannonball, Akuma, all on their A game right now. Match only went 7 minutes, and in the end, it was Akuma who pinned Spencer Spade with the Hawaiian Crush to pick up the victory. The former tag champs Hawaiian Crush are standing tall going in to, or I guess they get the last actual victory going into the Supreme Challenge, as the men that stand tall are none other than Finn Bruiser and Frosher. There's a scuffle after the match, a huge fucking brawl, and the only 2 men left standing after this brawl were Finn Bruiser and Frosher. So Hawaiian Crush got the last laugh. The tag champs are the tag champs. The big money makers have been white hot going into this match. And now Finn Bruiser and Frosher stand tall in the last segment of this angle. So who will walk out with the tag titles? We have an Oliver Cobb interview where pretty much he just says, I am shitting my pants. I am fucking scared. I have to face Primus Allen at the Supreme Challenge, the biggest stage of my career, the Supreme Challenge 40, a milestone one, a historic one. I gotta face one of the biggest, scariest dudes on the roster. Anna, I might not come out alive. I might not make it. I'm scared. And Anna cuts away. She gets the camera to cut away before Cobb starts crying. Poor guy. Yeah, so we cut backstage to Remo and Hollywood Bret Starr in the locker room. Remo is staring daggers at Bret Starr. He is like, what the fuck are you doing? We got a big match tonight. This match could determine our momentum going into the Supreme Challenge. What the fuck are you doing sitting on your ass, smoking a cigar? And Bret's like, calm the fuck down, Remo. What are you all up in arms about, dude? Do you see the 3 men I got next to me? They're going to take care of all the heavy lifting. We aren't going to have to do a goddamn thing. We're just going to have to do what we do every week and win matches. These guys are going to take care of the actual fucking strategy and winning for us. And Remo storms out of the locker room. He does not think this plan is going to work. Bret Starr doesn't care. His henchmen are going to do the dirty work, as they always do. Next segment, we have the Self-Made Sensations versus The Mission. Maddie Faith and Squeaky McLean have no chemistry. Again, it's been a few weeks since I recorded that last episode. I can't remember if that was happened in the last episode. Oh, God. Oh, man. I can't have anything. They're just going to have to suck it up. I don't care. They're going to have to suck it up. Match got an 80, so it clearly doesn't affect too much of their performance. Or, I guess it does if Maddie Faith got a 64. Deal with that after the Supreme Challenge, because the match got an 80. That's all I'm concerned about. Ranger got a 77. He's pretty friggin' good, that guy. But in the end, the Self-Made Sensations pick up the victory here, defeating the Mission. As so the Self-Made Sensations had Jimmy Hernandez in their corner, Squeaky McLean in the Mission's corner. It was a completely even match. So, the Self-Made Sensations were able to pick up the victory. And during their celebration, all the baby faces are jumped by Des Davids and Squeaky McLean, who grab chairs and lay them out. Des Davids was not at ringside for that match, so now that they have the numbers advantage once again, the heels can stand tall, doing heelish things to get a little bit of heat going into that pay-per-view. And we cut backstage where Greg Gage comes out of nowhere and just fucking jumps Joey Morgan. And after a fucking massive brawl in catering, Joey Morgan's able to fight him off. And yeah, Greg Gage looked pretty good. He looked like an asshole. Joey Morgan looked stronger than ever. And can you imagine? I didn't have anything planned for these two going into this show. So this is what we get. 73 for the segment. It was a fucking 2-minute segment, so I'd be surprised if it did incredible. But, yeah, 73. Good shit. Next segment, we have Rocky Golden versus Jungle Lord. 79 rated match. Rocky Golden gets a fucking 89. Oh, my God. But, yeah, Rocky Golden puts Jungle Lord in the rack at 10:38. Picks up the victory. Jungle Lord tried everything he could to win the match. He did heel stuff, he did his usual stuff, but nothing would put away Rocky Golden. And after the match, the lights go out. We hear some scuffles. We hear, chair moving. And when the lights come back on, Rocky Golden's stuck in the Tree of Woe. And who else but Scythe is in the ring, holding Jungle Lord by the throat. One hand on the throat. And he's yelling at him, "You had one fucking job. You had one job. Take this man out before the Supreme Challenge, or else I will injure you. And you know what? You failed. Like you always have. Like your entire SWF career, you've done nothing but fail. See your tag partners become more successful than you. And I have no pity for what's about to happen." And he plants the chair on the floor. And he's about to do the tombstone on the chair that took out Rocky Golden multiple times in the past. But at the last minute, Rocky Golden's able to fight out of it and save Jungle Lord, who, unsurprisingly, was acting under the demands of Scythe. And yeah, I mean, who thought Jungle Lord was turning heel? Absolutely fucking no one. I didn't even put in a fake turn to try and trick you guys. Segment got a 99. Good to see. And we cut backstage to another 99, where Angry Gilmore and Steve Freely break into the Rat Pack's locker room. They jump for a second. They're like, "What the fuck?" And then they're like, "Wait a minute. Guys, this was a horrible plan." Justin Sensitive walks up to Gilmore. He's like, "What are you guys thinking?" Okay, Gilmore, did you graduate elementary school? Do you know how to do math? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2. And he just gives him this fucking look. And he's just stupid fucking look on his face. And yeah, so Angry Gilmore's like, No, this isn't, no. See, you've got it all wrong. So I am sick and fucking tired of the Rat Pack being a bunch of pussies and jumping me with a numbers advantage. So I think you need to go back to elementary school, because I'm counting 1, 2, 3, but I'm also counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and then out from behind. I'm assuming Gilmore and Freely are in the doorway, and these two are just right out to the side, and once he says 4, they come into frame, and it's none other than James Diaz and Logan Wolfsbane, the Heritage, and Gilmore's basically like, I'm sick of the Rat Pack ruining my shots, so I've hired my own security. James Diaz and Logan Wolfsbane, and then, the babyfaces take out the Rat Pack. 99 rated segment. Final angle before the main event, we have I lied. I jumped way far ahead before looking. I don't know how I did that. So semi-main, we have Domination versus Valiant and Rogue. Valiant and Rogue have zero chemistry as partners. So remember when I said I might run with them as a tag team in the future? Nope. No. Match still got a 78. I'm fine with that. Good match. But despite the fact that Valiant and Rogue kept tagging each other on their face instead of their hands, they get the victory. Big babyface return match. It was cool to see. This one-off, apparently, as Valiant and Rogue put away Domination in 14:59. Valiant pins Chill with the V-split. Rogue was the weak link. Rogue was the weak link in a match with Avalanche and Chill. That fucking hurts my soul. But following the match, Adam Smasher runs out and lays out Rogue and Valiant. He's got a baseball bat in his hand. He's choking Valiant out, and he's yelling at him, "You're not gonna make it to the Supreme Challenge, buddy. You're not gonna make it, because I'm gonna kill you. You're a dead man. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. You wanna be evil? You wanna ruin the SWF from the inside? I'm not gonna let it happen. This is my home. I'm gonna choke you out." But Lenny Brown runs out and saves him. So despite Adam Smasher's best efforts to injure him, I guess kill him is what I said. Despite his best efforts at literal manslaughter on television, Lenny Brown makes the save, and yeah, now it's time for that the final angle before our main event, which is a promo battle between Randy Unleashed and ZWB. So I think I've said this before. I pre-book months in advance, as in I'll pre-book once a pay-per-view happens. I'll pre-book to the next pay-per-view, just so it keeps my storylines coherent, while also not pre-booking so far ahead that if I have a major injury, I don't have to rewrite months. So I wrote this, I pre-booked this, I think a month or so ago, maybe more. And in this angle I wrote, Randy and Zimmy get into a heated promo battle and bring up family stuff. And then in italics, I put it in italics, I wrote, I don't know, maybe their mom didn't love one of them. So yeah, this was more so of a promo just to see if this would get a really good rating, and it did. So I'm very happy this got a 92, and Zimmy's mom just simply did not love him. That's a shame. What a fucking shame. And so, I'm so sorry, Zimmy. Wishing you the best in your therapeutic adventures. And now it's time for a main event, and without the Rat Pack able to interfere, believe it or not, Hollywood Brett Starr smoking a cigar and not doing any prep work for this main event match did not do him any favors, as it was Angry Gilmore who pinned him in 1937 with the anger management. Brett Starr and Remo did have the best performance of the night, which is cool to see. And the match got an 89 because we're Supreme TV, and everything we do is amazing, including the final go-home segment, which is just, Gilmore and Freely celebrating as Remo chases Hollywood Brett Starr to the back, ready to kill him. Brett is indeed a dead man running. And yeah, that's how we finish off the go-home show to the Supreme Challenge. It gets a 93. What else would it get? We're Supreme TV. This is how it is. TCW in the mud. That's what I'm saying. Bret Heartbreak couldn't save EWA. He's not going to save TCW. Garbage. What? Holy shit. Fucking Doc Hammond. Every goddamn week, this motherfucker. Every fucking week, TCW pulls out Doc Hammond. Every week, Doc Hammond. That's Freddie. Holy shit. Oh, that's the pay-per-view. Yeah. Doc Hammond. Okay, maybe it's just a recent thing. I do feel like I've seen Doc Hammond every goddamn week. Harrison Hash retires. That's a shame. I don't even know who you are. Nice. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the final go-home show. For the go-home show for the Supreme Challenge. Will Jared Johnson come to the SWF? Oh shoot, I can. I want to see how much they're offering him. A lot of fucking money. He's really good, though. I really like Jared. Yeah, maybe we'll see Jared Johnson in the future. I don't know. That's going to do it for the go-home show. And before we sign off this episode, I'll run down the card real quick. At the Supreme Challenge XL Extra Large number 40, we will have Primus Allen opening the show. Primus Allen versus Oliver Cobb. Des Davids and The Mission versus Jimmy Hernandez and Self-Made Sensations. Greg Gage versus Joey Morgan. World Tag Team Championships Fatal 4-Way. The Big Money Makers versus The Awesomeness versus Finn Bruiser and Froshore versus Hawaiian Crush. SWF North American Championship Battle of the Brothers. Newly crowned champion Randy Unleashed defends against ZWB. In a battle to, I guess, save the SWF, the Power Plant defends the company, in their minds, against Lenny Brown, Rogue, and Valiant. No holds barred match between Angry Gilmore and Hollywood Brett Starr. This is, I think, like one of the two feuds that I have been building since the start of this save. I believe Going Hollywood is one of the default storylines. So the big blow-off to Angry Gilmore versus Brett Starr, which has been going since the beginning of the save. No holds barred. Steve Freely versus Remo. Battle of the Titans. Semi-main. Rocky Golden versus Scythe in a cage. No John Greed interference allowed because they are in a cage. How will he interfere? And in our main event, winner of the first annual Supreme Rumble, Mikey Lau, gets his main event title match against the Crippler. The renaissance of the Crippler has been brewing this entire save, and he defends his world championship against Mikey Lau in the main event of the Supreme Challenge 40. I hope you're all excited for that episode, and I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you there.